Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode. In this one, I actually have some pretty good news because despite the fact that HCMC is down ever so slightly from 930, we do still have some potential for the stock going forwards. Looking at the past 5 days, we can see a lot of sell-off action, but realistically from the 26th up until now, we can see that the stock has remained relatively neutral. In fact, from the low points on Friday up until now, we are actually up ever so slightly, which does indicate to the sell-off potentially being over. Now, another thing which does indicate to some strength for the stock going forwards is the fact that a lot of the indexes are up today, the S&P, the Nasdaq and the Russell. Well, of course, in this video I'm giving all of my opinions. Please do bear in mind though that I am not a financial advisor and you definitely should do your own research, but if you might enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel because we talk about HCMC and many other stocks every single day. Now that I've said that though, let's jump in. HCMC today is actually still in the red from around 930. Now towards the end of session we are seeing this one pick up ever so slightly. Please do bear in mind though that I am not filming at the very end, so we just don't know how it's going to move in the next few minutes, but as of so far we are actually still down by quite a significant amount. We can see we are down currently around 10%, which isn't the worst that we have seen in the past 5 days, but is still another day in the red, and this comes after all of the major indices or indexes being up in the past day. We can see that the S&P is up, the Nasdaq is up as well, and of course the Russell 2000, which is an index which measures quite a lot of these smaller cap stocks, is also up. So generally speaking, for these indexes it does indicate to some strength in the market and the potential of the market picking itself back up in the next few days. And of course some stocks are already starting to pick themselves up today, we have seen, but some stocks aren't 100% there yet. And you've got to be asking yourself subsequently, is that the perfect time to buy these stocks? And of course today being Monday, we actually have a reason in my opinion for HCMC being down once again. I think, you know what, if you don't have a position in this one so far, or maybe if you were looking to get a position in this one, I think now could be the fantastic reason, and I'm about to talk about this in just a moment. But yeah guys, in the past 5 days we can see a lot of action around HCMC, and even in the past 10 or 15 days we have seen a lot more action. Initially we did actually have a big increase in price as people were getting hyped around that lawsuit. Now over time it looks like people actually bought the hype and sold the news, as on the day the stock price did actually drop, and even in the past 5 days we can see that the price has been dropping further and further. Now my personal reasoning for this one is because I think a lot of people bought a lot of shares of HCMC for the fact that they thought it was going to make them a millionaire overnight, because let's bear in mind, if you'd have bought 1 million shares and if it was to go to a $1, which of course I said it wasn't going to, but a lot of people did think it was, so yeah, if it was to go to $1, of course you would have made $1 million in profit. Now of course that wasn't the case, and I think when a lot of people woke up on the morning of the 26th, they got a bit disappointed to see that HTMC stock wasn't actually rocketing in price. And I think subsequently a lot of people actually did take a bit of a loss after the action on the 25th and so on. And I think, you know what, this sell-off that we saw at market open was a lot of people realizing that actually the stock wasn't going to rocket on the open of the 26th and subsequently selling off their position. Now I think this actually helped the stock to drop even further, because please do bear in mind there was a red day for a lot of the market anyway, and of course it was a red week for a lot of the market, but I think a lot of people who were in HCMC were in it for the hype and expected big profits immediately. Now of course some people are still up. Of course if you'd have bought this one at the absolute lows just a few months ago, you would still be up quite a significant amount, but realistically now we are looking for what might happen for the stock going forwards into the next few weeks. And here's my opinion guys. First things first, I think that now could be the fantastic time to buy HCMC. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because look at last week. Of course the 26th was a Friday, and this is a day that a lot of people were anticipating the stock rocketing. Now like I said, we didn't actually see that. I think subsequently a lot of people sold off, and I think that is actually continuing into today. So I think that is a fair reason to see the stock drop a little bit further today, as a lot of people are probably still exiting this stock and of course taking their losses. Now personally I don't think that is a smart decision. I think it depends on what mentality or mindset people were holding with this stock, and of course some people are aware of the risks with penny stocks, especially like HCMC, because with it being so small in price, it of course carries quite a lot of risk with it. But yeah guys, in my opinion I think that HCMC is a stock which carries long-term potential. I think it is risky and I think that needs to be made aware of, but if you are willing to take a risk or even buy just a few shares of this one, I think it could pay off in the long run. Now of course I always say I would only buy what I can afford to lose, news. I think this is a fair thing to say with HCMC because we're just not certain of how this one is going so far. But personally, I do own shares in this one, and I'm holding their shares for the next year or two, and obviously seeing where they go. But right now, I think that HCMC definitely could pick itself back up going forwards into tomorrow. Like I said, today is still in the red ever so slightly from 9:30, but that's not too worrying to me because, like I said, I think a lot of people are just selling off as they were on the Friday. And like I said, a lot of the indexes are actually picking themselves up as well. So in my opinion, this does indicate some strength in the market. I think tomorrow HCMC will continue to rally upwards ever so slightly. Now, if tomorrow can be positive for the whole market, which I personally do believe it will be, I think HCMC will follow that trend in general. I think we may see the first green day that we have seen in a while. And for that reason, I definitely do believe that now could be one of the better points to buy HCMC before it continues to rally in price and hopefully go up to new highs. But like I said, I think that we are going to see the benefits of this stock in the next few months to the next few years, and that is how long I am personally holding it for. So of course, I wouldn't be expecting massive profits in the next few days, but it is absolutely possible that this one could pass new highs in the next few weeks, in my opinion at least. Please tell me what you think down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I know that a lot of people are still optimistic with HCMC, so please tell me what you think. And of course, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.